Love becomes fully human when the head and heart work together in one's body. This is what Reclaiming Love's about. It's trying to connect the head and heart and that understanding of an integrated gift of self and love, how that all works, right? I argue in the book that in order to love authentically, we have to learn the habit of emotional chastity, right? And I define that as kind of the harmonizing, right, of the head and the heart, and directs them towards the good of the other, right? It seeks to bring the whole of me to love. This habit, emotional chastity, flows from a clear understanding of the worth of the other, head, so as to choose the genuine love, the heart, right, as a gift of self to the other person. So let's begin. The overview of the book begins with an understanding or a defining of these two words, emotion and chastity, right? What the emotional world is, or what their emotional role is in the human person, and then this word chastity, which keeps in check, you could say, our little bit selfish tendencies, right? We then move into who am I? The building blocks of emotional chastity will be truly a self-awareness of who I am as a human being. And that's chapter 2, getting into everything from will and intellect to morality, what that means, conscience, those things, which are fundamental makeup to who I am as a human person, right? We then spend some time in chapter 3 on the emotional world, right? And the importance of that, the enriching reality of our emotional world in our human experience. Chapter 4 goes into progression of love, taken from John Paul II's Love and Responsibility, where he goes through the 4 levels or the 4 stages of how love progresses, right? We kind of wrap up that introduction, those first chapters, with chapter 5 and what love is not. We want to be able to know what love is not so we can choose what love is, right? Chapter 6 gets into what inhibits us. We want to live this sounds great, but how do I actually live it? Well, here are some of the problems or struggles that you might have, inhibitors to living an emotionally chaste life, right? That's chapter 6. Chapter 7 talks about redemption, the role of grace in like putting us back together, right? We've been broken up by this reality of sin, and by God's grace, He puts us back into, one whole person again, an integrated love. That is the role of Christ's redemption in our lives. Chapter 8 is fundamentally a very practical chapter that tries to kind of give tips and helps on, hey, how do you live emotional chastity, right? And it's all done by the law of graduality, right? It takes time. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to pick yourself back up, and you're going to start again, right? So the emotional chastity and the living of it follows the law of graduality, right? Finally, what are the purpose of these video guides? Well, they're not meant to substitute the reading of the book. They're meant to entice, right? They're meant to tease the entire book study or whatever you guys are doing to gather together to talk about this phenomenon of human love, and to help kind of set the stage for what we're going to study, what we're going to look at, get the conversation going. So that's what these little video guides are hopefully going to help you do. I wish you all the best as you dive into reclaiming love, connecting your head and your heart. Thank you.